stuck right there.
That's pretty cool. I think it's gonna work. I think I pushed, when I squeezed it in my clamp, I turned the, I put it on pause for a second. When I squeezed it in the clamp, I put it on pause. Hey,
That's I got a girl and you got none, little. I got a girl and you got none, little. Oh, where does it go from there? Got a girl and you got none. To remember that song. Used to be a song called Scratchy.
Scratchy?
Yeah.
Just don't know where to put my fingers.
Well, the best way to do it is just to listen to it and try some things. Because I don't play a mandolin, but I can tell if I do this. Now all of that's on a 4th string, and it's just 4th string open, and I hit the 2nd fret and the 4th fret. So that's kind of sounds a little musical.
Yeah.
And do the same thing on a 3rd string. And then on the next string, do the same thing. So I can actually go in from like 2nd fret to 3rd fret to 5th fret to open to 2nd fret to 4th fret to 5th fret all the way down. It'd be. That's the same as the last one. So that's do re mi fa sol la ti do thing. So what I did on that one is just playing the 4th string. I played 2nd, 4th, 5th, open, 2nd, 4th, 5th, open, 2nd, 3rd, open, 2nd, 3rd, like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, your scale is the same on these two and the same on these two. So it's this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. When you get to this one, it's this one. It's open 1 2, open 1 2, because that down there sounds a little different. And you can just go from there. But the thing is, just find something that you play, and it's easy with this because you got a pick, so you don't have to learn anything fancy with this thing. And just go one string at a time. Now a real mandolin player is going to teach you entirely different.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about, you want to make something that sounds musical.
Right. That's what I want to do is, at this point, is make some kind of a musical recollection there, something that sounds musical.
So that's your. Now, the way these are strung is that these two strings should sound alike, the two that are strung together, like that. Now, as far as what goes where, okay, that's easy. So this is your 6th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's your 7th. It is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you fret it right beyond that, where this white button is. Now if you hit this 4th string with that fretted, that and that sound alike. Now this is how you do relative tuning. If your banjo gets out of tune, you can just say, well, I'm going to fret it right here where this dot is. I'm going to say the 6th fret, but you're actually just behind the 6th fret, so it's actually the 7th fret that's getting the action here. But if you play these two and these two, they sound about alike. Of course, it's a smaller string, so it's a little different, but it's still the same. And you just drop down to the next one, and it should be the same. Same thing again, you drop down the next one. These might not be exactly right, but pretty close. So I mean, basically that's how you do your relative tuning. So if you got it in the box, you pull it out one day, 2 strings don't sound alike, check them. See, like, well, maybe one of these strings sounds like the one below it if I fret at the 7th fret. And then whichever one it is, tune the other one to fit that. If they're both out, then just play this string until you find something that sounds about right. And you can usually tell if it's like if it just sounds wrong, then it is wrong. So just find it till it sounds right. And when it does, fret it on that spot right there at the 7th fret. And then tune the one below it to match it as close as you can. And then from there you just do the same thing and the same thing. So by doing that, you can do relative tuning without having to use a tuner. Another thing is you can just listen to it. I don't know if you can tell, but one of these strings is a little lower than the other one. And it's that one.
Yeah.
That 2nd string. So that 2nd string is the one on this very first peg. So you can actually now they sound about the same.
You're looking to find exactly where each string.
Yep. These are just about perfect. Almost sounds like an airplane, that droning engine sound when an airplane, there are 2 motors running.
Harmonizing.
Yeah.
How do you get your banjo?
Okay.
Play something that would be proud of. I could sit there and look
And
like I know what I'm doing.
Why don't you play something? Just to see.
I don't know.
Now the hardest thing to learn is that fretting thing, to fret a string without fretting all of them. But just if you just play one string at a time, it's not going to matter that much.
See, I just don't even know where to put my fingers.
Well, don't try to make a chord. Just play one string.
So.
Might be off a hair, but they're pretty close. I go get the banjo.
Okay. Oh man, I can't believe it. I got rpeek right here in my shop. He's sleeping in my front yard. I can't believe it. And even getting some personal lessons from a professional. That's gonna be awesome. Got my redneck camera stand here mounted on my vise. I can't believe it. Hey, Kevin. At least maybe I'll look like I know what I'm doing. Whoops. I just don't even know where to hold my fingers. I don't know what to do with my fingers. Maybe a little bit later we're gonna work on my little project I've got here. Got some wheels. I can't find nylon wheels, but I'm gonna put some kind of wheels on this vehicle just to get it up. And we've got possibly another project, a couple more projects to work on them old dump trucks up there. But
by the way, the Disney parade came out pretty good.
yeah. I was just telling everybody how excited I was to have you, the YouTube famous, world famous rpeek right here in my shop. I just can't believe it.
Well, I don't know about that, but I appreciate you having the. You know, you've given us a place to live. We were homeless when we pulled in the driveway there.
Yep. Well,
if it wasn't for you, we'd be out there sleeping on the street. That we kind of almost are, ain't we?
Yeah, it's a big unit out there in the front yard, but it fits.
It does fit. There ain't much room to spare. Now this thing's been under the seat of my RV for a year.
Oh yeah?
And it's stuff from the seats. Don't tell them what kind of tune this is in.
Yeah.
But I can't even remember exactly which banjo this is, but it might be a good one. I tend to be nervous about leaving my good banjos when I go back home. But I'm trying to start to get over that because, yeah, this is a pretty good banjo here. Well, it's an Alvarez, which is a copy of a Gibson master tone style banjo without the tone ring, and it's a little loud. It's still in tune after all that time. Who'd have thunk it? Be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home waiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky.
That's so cool. That is.
Playing that'll make you strong.
That's a heavy one, huh?
Well, let's see what you think.
Oh, wow. That is heavy.
Yeah.
Golly. That's really a, you got to be ready for that one. Yeah.
That's everything metal on that is nickel plated brass.
Oh, yeah?
That's why it's so heavy.
Wow. It's almost Yeah, I don't know. It sounds musical. It's even to touch any of the notes or the strings.
Yeah. And that tunes altogether differently than your mandolin. Your mandolin tunes like a violin, a fiddle. You know, that has I don't even know what it is. It's something like A, D, E, something. I don't even know. But they tune differently than a banjo. Banjo, one of the reasons people don't particularly like people to show up with banjos is because they don't tune like anything else in the band. So if you're playing with a bunch of other musicians and the banjo player walks in, it's like, banjo player. There goes the musicality right there, you know.
you can hear it even making, just by talking, it picks up.
Hear it. Yeah, there's a guy on YouTube that does a version, he does a version of Amazing Grace with his own tune, and at the end of it, he hits the note. I don't really know which note it is, but he hits a note, and it goes, and he hums with that note for a long time. And the humming of his voice excites the vibration, so it keeps that note going, you know. Never seen anybody do that, but he's got a video where he does it.
That's cool.
So cool, you know.
That is. Man, I wish I knew how to play something to join in, and we could maybe have a.
Now, I could teach you a song, if you want me to, and we could write it out on paper. So you could look at it. It'd be something simple, some simple little song like, what's I doing, coming around a mountain or something like that.
I don't know. I'd love to be able to play something.
If you get a piece of paper and a pen and hand me a pick, I'll figure this out right quick. And then we'll write down a little homemade tablature.
Now keep in mind, I don't even know what notes look like.
I don't either. You know old Susanna. Old Susanna, well, don't you cry for me.
Yeah.
I come from Alabama, and I sure do have to pee. You know that song, right? You know that enough to sing it, to hum it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to teach it to you. So what we're going to do is, we're going to get this and that, and just draw me 4 lines all the way across the page there, and just use up the top of the page.
Okay.
Just 4 straight lines, and leave about an 1/8 or 3/16 of an inch between each one. Sit that over there. I think the sunlight was making my face all black. Okay, so each one of these lines is a string. Of course, there's 2 strings, but we're gonna have to just pretend it's one. Okay.
Right.
So that means that if I want to make a mark on this first string, then I'll just take this, and it's open, meaning I'm not fretting anything. So I'm going to put a 0 right there. That means that's open. This is the 2nd fret. Now when I say 2nd fret, this area and this area, so this is the 2nd fret. Also, your finger is above this 2nd piece of wire. So the next note is going to be a 2, and I'm going to do 2 or 3 of these, and I'm going to let you start writing them. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we put a little 4 right there.
A 4.
And leave it, keep it kind of close because there's going to be a bunch of numbers, but not too, not enough so you know that it's the next one. Don't put it on the top one, put it right on that bottom one. Okay. Oh, I come from. So now we're playing the 2nd string open. So right over here, to show that we're moving in this direction, put a 0. Now you can see what I'm doing. Oh, I come from so do 2 zeros. So do another 0.
Here.
Yeah. And then I'm going to fret this one on number 2. La, la. I put a number 2 right there. And then I'm gonna play it open. Bam. So that's open on the second string. We go back to the fourth string and we go back to the fourth fret. So that's a 4 on that bottom string, on that top. Actually, it's the top string, but it's the bottom on the. Put a 4. And then we're gonna play that open, so that's a 0. So I'm gonna do this in slow motion. I think the last one I played was open, so the next one will be a 2. And it'll be a 4. I'll put 4. And put another 4. So this is going to be a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we just went from 4 to 5. So put a 5 right there. And then we'll go back to 4. So put a 4. And then 2. So that's the first line of Old Susanna. Now you watch and make sure I do this right. So it's going to be open, 2, 4, open, open, 2, open, 4, 2, 4, open, 4, open, 2, 4, 4, 5, 4, open, oops, 4, 2. But you see what I just did?
Mm-hmm.
So you can sit down and you can play that. That's the first line of Old Susanna. Oh, I come from Alabama with the banjo on my knee. The next line is exactly the same. Oh, I came to see Susanna for her husband for to be, or something like that. So you do that line twice. You don't have to write it down twice. But that's the first half of the song, basically. And then the second half is, a lot of people call it part A and part B. The second half, it changes. So do you need to write this out again so you make sure you play it twice? Or can you just like make a mark or make sure you remember to play that line twice?
I'll make sure to remember to play it.
You might want to put 2X or something. Just something that helps you remember. So I'm going to try to figure out the next part. Okay. So now you're going to need 4 more lines down here, and make sure you space them out enough so that you can recognize, you know, that's what comes next. Old Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me, 'cause I come from Alabama with the banjo on my knee. Oh, it was so hot I froze to death, I nearly lost my mind. Okay, so you ready for the chorus? Now, I'm going to do it flat on my lap like I was. So this time, in the chorus, I'm going to hit number 5 twice.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, 5, and then 5 again. And then I'm going to hit the second string on the second fret. So it'll be a 2 on the second string. And I'm going to hit that twice. And I'm going to hit it a third time. And then I'm going to hit it open. Same thing, second string. And then I'm going to hit it open again. And I'm going to hit the 4th string on the 4th fret.
4.
Yeah. And I'm going to hit the 4th string open. And I'm going to hit it on the 4th fret again. And then I'm going to hit 2 on the 4 open 2. So that should be
2.
4 open 2. And then the rest of the song is going to be like the rest of this part up here, because then it just goes. someplace where it goes 0, 2, 4, 0, 2, 4, and then 2 times open. So that's basically the same as this. 0, 2, 4, open, open, 2, open. That's what we got right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
4. And then it's 4. Then it's open. Then it's 2. 4, 4. And instead of going 5, we go to 2. So the only thing it changes is this is a 2 and this is a 2 and then it's open. So let's just write that out. But you can keep in mind that that's like the second part of that song. So we'll go. We'll start with on the 4th string. It's wait a minute. Oh, Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me, 'cause I come. So it's 0, 2, 4. And then it's the 2nd string open from out, so it's open again. And then it's the 2nd string, 2nd fret. La. So it's just a 2 now instead of a 0. And we're going to play it open, down. And this is the 4th string, 4th fret. And then the 4th string open. And then the 4th fret again. No, don't do that on this. So it's numbered, it's 2. So it's 4th string, 2nd fret. Let me do that again. And then it's the 4th string on number 4 twice.
4.
Yeah.
4.
And then twice on the 2nd fret. I mean, not the 2nd string, 2nd.
2.
2, 2. And then open. Now that's Old Susanna. That's the whole song. And everything's played on these 2 strings. We hadn't even got down here yet.
Yeah, I did.
So that keeps it pretty simple. And you can play that with one finger. In fact, you just saw me play it with my thumb. I mean, you could literally sit down and look at that and go, open, 2, 4, and then come up here. Hit that twice. Hit that. Back to 4. Open. 2, 4, 4, 5, 4, 2. And then same thing again. Where did we end? Right there? Okay.
And we go
So then,
2 times.